2 words, Delta, breathe.
What's going on, everyone? Delta Breeze here, bringing guys season 2 of the KPL. We are back with Draft League content, ladies and gentlemen. We're in season 2 of the KPL. Brand new season, brand new team, brand new coaches. Super excited to get this league started and another shot at that championship. Last season, if you didn't check it out, that playlist and all those videos will be in the description down below. But we didn't do too hot. We had, I think, 2-6. I cannot remember, but we lost. We didn't even make it playoffs. But we did have some wins, we did have a lot of fun, some losses, and I met a lot of cool people and hope to meet a few more people with these new coaches coming along. But we are rocking with this. Is the San Antonio Sprites at it again. Shout out to my buddy RJ for making me this shirt, love it. And we're gonna rock it every time we play a draft league game. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna break down my draft. We just finished our draft yesterday. It took a few days. This is a pretty long draft. We had 150 points to draft, 10 to 12 Pokemon, just like last season. But last year I think we had 120, so we had less points this time, but with more coaches, and it was a lot of fun. But our first pick of the draft, I went ahead and picked Iron Valiant at number 6. It was the 6. I was the 6th pick overall, and I was so happy, so lucky. I don't know how this went 5 picks and not getting picked up, but we got it, baby. We have Iron Valiant here, the captain of this team, and my favorite Paradox Pokemon. I play Violet, and I love these Paradox Pokemon, the future ones. A lot of people hate them. I like them. We have 120 special attack, 130 attack, and 116 speed. I think this is the fastest thing on my team, if I'm not mistaken. Sitting at 116. I'm very happy with this pick. We can run Calm Mind and use that 120 special attack to do some damage. We can use Swords Dance or bulk up and use that 130 attack. And we have Booster Energy. We have the ability Quirk Drives, being Fairy, Fighting type, a really good type combination. Getting this draft started with the Fairy type is super beneficial, especially with all the dragons running around. But that's my first pick. Super excited to use this thing, man. He's probably going to be brought to every single match. We can outspeed a lot of things with the Booster Energy. We can Scarf it, we can Band it, we can Specs it. We can Life Orb, we can do a lot of different things. He has great coverage, Moon Blast for the special side, Aura Sphere, Icy Wind, Psychic, Thunderbolt, tons of coverage for the special side. Physical, we have Close Combat, Play Rough, Leaf Blade, Zen Headbutt, Brick Break, all the elemental punches. Good luck trying to figure out what it's going to be, physical attacker, special attacker, or even a little bit of both. So coming after this pick, I had to wait, I think, about 20 picks. There's 16 coaches. It was a snake draft. I was number 6, so I had to wait 5, and then I had to wait 14 or 10. Yeah, so 16 coaches, 10 going down and then back up again. So around 20 picks, and I knew I needed something that can kind of pair well with Iron Valiant, kind of deal with its weaknesses and things like that. So I thought the best thing to do was grab Gholdengo, sitting at 18 points, and this thing, I'm seeing this team come together right here, right now, you guys. Gholdengo can be a setup mod, has Recover to get its health back. Reliable recovery is always so nice in Draft League. We can set up with Nasty Plot. We have Make It Rain, 120 base special attack, so we can Nasty Plot up and then just kind of demolish things. Even a Fire type doesn't want to take it, a Steel type, Ground, whatever it is that resists Steel, they don't even want to take this at +2. We have Shadow Ball for coverage, Thunderbolt, we can do Power Gem. We have options with Trick. We can trick items over to someone else. Love this dude and super excited. I will say with this draft, I ended up getting a lot of my favorites, which is super nice. And starting these two, my favorite Paradox Pokemon, and probably one of my favorites of Paldea. My second favorite, my number 1, I actually also drafted, and I'll be going into that in a bit. But super excited with Gholdengo. Super excited to use him. Third overall, I was looking at my team, and I needed a fast Volt Switcher, fast electric type, a reliable electric type. Fast electric types are huge in the draft format, and I needed mine real quick. A lot of them were picking up, and I was looking at Zapdos, and that kind of got taken, which is cool with me. I decided to go on the next best thing for a flying electric type, and I ended up drafting Thundurus incarnate form, the Genie, not the Therian form. Not the Volt Absorber, but the Prankster mine. I absolutely love Prankster. We can get priority in Thunder Waves, Electric Terrain, Rain Dance for Thunders, and just be annoying. Prankster substitutes can be super annoying, so super excited to use that. And I really wanted Prankster. I was going between Grimmsnarl and Whimsicott, but Thundurus kind of took the cake with that one. We have fast Volt Switcher, we have Thunder, we have great coverage and like Sludge Wave and Grass Knot and Focus Blast, I believe. And its stats are insane. We have 125 special attack, which is great, right? And we also have 115 attack, so he can be mixed. He can run physical Bolka. We have Hammer Arm. We have Wild Charge. So much coverage for a physical Thunderous that no one probably would expect. And then 111 speed, angel numbers. It makes it anything over 100 is good in my book, and I'm glad we're kind of starting this team off with some speed. I was lacking speed last draft, and maybe that kind of put towards my downfall in the league, but I'm trying to come back strong, and I feel like these first 3 picks are fantastic, and great ability with this thing too. I'm super excited. I'm actually in the middle of shiny hunting right now, so if you see it, I got it. So, and next we have my starter from the Galar region. I went ahead and went with Rillaboom, and I think this is a fantastic starter, a fantastic pick, and a great grass type. Last season I had Shaman, and I love Shaman, my mascot of the team, of course, but I felt like it didn't do what I wanted it to do, and I didn't play, I didn't use Shaman to the best of its ability. But I've played with Rillaboom so much in VGC and just regulars, and it was my starter in Galar, so I'm a huge fan of Rillaboom. I know Rillaboom very well, and hopefully we can put him to good use. He has Fake Out support just to get some nice chip damage, and priority, cause some flinches. We have priority in Grassy Glide with its ability Grassy Surge. I set up a Grassy Terrain. Grassy Glide is priority in Grassy Terrain, so he just kind of sets up its own priority, which is really nice. Speaking of Grassy Terrain, great ability. I can also gauge speed with Grassy Terrain. As long as you're touching the ground, as long as you're touching the Grassy Terrain, you gain health. Whoever gains health first, me or my opponent, I will know who's faster, and I can switch if I have to, or if I know I'm faster, I can stay in and do some damage. So I thought that was really crucial and kind of finding out the speed tiers of the Pokemon. And Rillaboom will do that really well. It gets Wood Hammer to do that, U-turn for pivot momentum, high horsepower for coverage. I'm a huge fan of Rillaboom, and I'm super excited to use this thing. Next, we're gonna pick up another legendary. We're trying to put a good core together, and I was missing a fire type. I was going between Typhlosion and Hisuian Typhlosion, and then I saw at, I think, 11 points, 10 points, 10, I'm looking at it right now. I saw Entei, the legendary dog Entei, and I had to grab it, and I was hoping I didn't get sniped, and it was the picks were coming to me, and I was able to grab this thing. With base 100 speed, it is technically 100 or higher, so that's really, really nice. It's decent speed. We have 115 attack and then 90 special attack. It can be physical and choice banded with Sacred Fire, Stone Edge. It gets Stomping Tantrum and Iron Head, and it could be special. I saw we can Calm Mind and Scorching Fire, Flamethrower, or Eruption. Choice Scarf Eruption can put into work. So very excited to use this thing. It has a lot of utility. It can be Assault Vest. It can be a lot of things, and that's what I needed for this team, is just a bunch of utility, a bunch of variety when it comes to building teams and trying to throw my teammates off. Next, coming in at my favorite Pokemon in Paldea, I know Goldengo is the number 2, but my number 1 favorite Pokemon in Paldea of all time, Clodsire, baby. I absolutely love this Pokemon. It's so derpy and just, it's just a blob, but a blob that can put in the work, ladies and gentlemen. Let me tell you, this thing has great special defense, great HP. It can sit and take a ton of attacks. Wearing an Assault Vest, this thing, you have to hit it on the physical side. It's a hazard setter with Toxic Spikes, and Stealth Rocks. It gets all 3, the trifecta. It gets Toxic, it gets Yawn for kind of status. It doesn't provide a lot in offensive pressure, but I don't need that. I can recover, I can Toxic things and just be super annoying to my opponent, and hopefully just have fun with this thing, man. I love Clodsire. It's my ground type, so I have my electric immunity. I have my poison immunity, so I can't get poisoned with this thing. And it has great abilities. 2 of my favorites, we have Water Absorb, so if he wants to attack me with a water type, not gonna happen. And then Unaware, so just like Skeletor's last season, Unaware, I can ignore any stat boosts on my opponent's side and kind of have some fun. I love Clodsire. It's my number 1 favorite Pokemon in Paldea, and I'm so excited I get to use it this season. So now coming in my 7th pick, I knew I needed a water type, and I needed it bad. I didn't have a water type yet. I wanted something bulky. I was thinking maybe Blastoise, or looking at my points were going down too. All of my Pokemon so far are double-digit points, and I was running out very quickly. So I was looking around, and I wanted maybe a Terra Captain for a water type. Would have been really cool. And I saw him sitting at 6 points, and he was still there when it got to my turn, and I just had to take him. We got Lapras, baby, the OG Water Titan in Kanto. I love Lapras. I think Lapras is better than Gyarados in my opinion. But being a water and ice type, it covers a lot of kind of check boxes in my team. With 130 HP and then 95 and 80 in the special defense and defense respectively, he can be bulky with Assault Vest and put some investment into its defenses. He can take some hits and take them really, really well. Again, he is kind of a mixed attacker, not the best stats at 85 in both. It is lacking there, but maybe we can, with its bulk, we can maybe run weakness policy and get that up. He can set up with Dragon Dance. I didn't even know Lapras got Dragon Dance, and that was so cool. Its speed is not that great, but I mean we can set up some substitutes, some Dragon Dances. You're picking up what I'm putting down, kind of deal. All right, at this point in the draft, I was kind of not freaking out, but getting a little anxious with how many points I had left and the kind of spots I needed to fill. I knew with this next pick I also wanted a normal type. I was looking at it, I was thinking, okay, now I'll maybe Ambipom or Chinchino, and then Ambipom got kind of taken, and that made my decision a lot easier. So we went ahead and picked Chinchino as my 8th pick overall, and I was very happy. I didn't know what I had until I had it, and when I got it, I was very thankful for it. He is a tidy up Pokemon, so he does get rid of hazards, and it can boost its speed with that move, which is really nice. It's great abilities and Technician, so any move under 60 base power, it gets a boost, which is super nice. So you got U-turn, you got Tail Slap, and all these cool things. And then also another move ability he has is Skill Link, meaning any move that hits more than once, like 2 to 5 times, it will guarantee hit 5 times. So you don't need a load of dice for this one. You can just run Skill Link. It gets Rock Blast with that. It gets Bullet Seed. It gets, like I said, Tail Slap, Triple Axle. It can utilize Skill Link when Ambipom couldn't. I was looking at that and very excited to use this thing. And my team was looking hot. I only had 2 more picks, and I had 11 points left. So I need a 6-pointer and a 5-pointer. Let's see what we can do. I knew I wanted another kind of hazard setter, and I didn't want all that kind of I don't want all that responsibility and pressure on Clodsire to set up those hazards. So I wanted another one, and when it came my way, it was still there. So I picked it up as quickly as I could. I got Quillfish. Quillfish is another hazard setter. It gets all 3 Stealth Rocks, Spikes, and Toxic Spikes. And this thing can be a defensive monster too, with Rocky Helmet, and with the ability Intimidate, I can sit in front of those physical attackers and just deal with it, right? Just take the hit, maybe have Rocky Helmet, deal some chip damage. I can do Chilling Water to lower its attack even more. I can Swords Dance up and kind of boost my attack. This thing is nice, and I was really happy to grab it on my 9th pick and 2nd to last pick overall. And then last, I wanted some fun. I wanted a Pokemon that, I shiny hunted it pretty recently, and I was very interested in kind of using this. Plus, I like its ability a lot. But this last one, I did go ahead and choose Earthworm as my final pick, my 10th Pokemon for my draft team. So what's its ability? Earth Eater. It can gain health when it's hit by a ground type move, and with its steel typing, it's only weak to fire and fighting. So I can switch in on a ground type move and gain health back. It's also a reliable stealth rock setter, and it can be a defensive mon and just be annoying sometimes. Body press, iron defense can put in the work, and I'm excited for it. I don't know who I'm fighting yet. I don't know who I'm going against in week 1. When this goes up, I'll know who I'm fighting, but I don't know yet. So we'll just have to wait and see. And you will see on Friday. The team breakdowns, like I said, are going to go up on Friday, and the battles will go up every Saturday. So super excited, and I'm really digging this team, and hopefully we can get a better record than 2-6, and hopefully we can get the playoffs this season. You know, I feel like I can do it. I made some silly mistakes and forgot about a lot of things like moves and abilities and things like that, but I'm locking in. I'm off for summer, and I'm gonna do everything I can to get that championship. And hopefully you guys will come along with and watch. But that's gonna be it for me. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thanks for stopping by.